Hello everyone, Wesley here from matherbrain.com. Today I wanted to talk about staying organized. This is something I've been working on quite a lot in the last several days, the last week or so. And by staying organized, I don't just mean a clean desk or a clean car. I mean staying organized at your business, staying organized at a full-time job, staying organized with your thoughts. And the reason I want to talk about this today is because I've been going through personally and going through with everything I do and trying to organize it so I know what I need to do. I'm always on track. I'm focused. And we'll talk about the business aspect first, and then I want to touch on kind of the personal aspect and kind of the other things that um, I kind of define being organized as. And so for business, I write all my business ideas down. I write all the topics. I write things I hear that I want to talk about. I write all of that down. And I usually write it down on paper because that it allows me to think more about it than when I just type it out. Um, and I try to keep that organized in a folder that I have. And in more business aspects, if you have let's say, a brick and mortar store, you're going to have to be organized. You look professional when all of the shelves are organized, or when you're handling statements or important documents, you need to be organized. And that doesn't necessarily mean clean, even though it should be clean. If you take a desk, you can have an organized chaos kind of desk. I'm not very OCD about my desk, but I like to keep it organized. As long as I know where I have all my things or where I put stuff, then I consider that organized. And now, for my full-time job, I work for Pepsi, and I deal with a lot of pallets. I deal with a lot of pallets of products. And not only should you have a business organized, but for me, I need to keep my pallets organized. And that doesn't always mean that the pallets need to look good, but they need to function. And so when I'm loading and unloading products off of these pallets, I need to keep them organized for several reasons. A, because I know where all my products are. I need to know if I have water on this pallet, or if I have a specific flavor of pop on this pallet. I need it organized so I know where everything is, and if anyone has any questions, I can efficiently answer those. Hey, well, the water's over here. And that's kind of an example for my full-time job. I worked at McDonald's for about a year. That was last year I did that. And I mostly worked in the kitchen. And so for me, it was really important to be organized because I needed to know where everything was, because we had high volume of orders quite often. And we had to know where everything was so those people could be satisfied with their orders because they didn't take 5 minutes. Those are just a couple examples for you to kind of understand where I'm coming from. And that's something I've been working on a lot at work and with this business. And with my thoughts, I try to keep my thoughts organized. I have on my phone, every time I think of an idea or a topic I want to talk about, I use Microsoft OneNote, and I really like it. And what I do is I have pages for kind of each category. So if I have an idea about, let's say, real estate, then I'll go under the real estate category and write down my idea. Or if I have one about investing, or if I hear about a stock, then I'll go under that investing tab. And that kind of keeps my thoughts organized, is that I can think about an idea and I'll write it down, and then I can kind of move on to the next idea without losing the first one. And this is something I see very important in the business aspect. And of course, that's why I have that's why I have Mather Brain, is to help myself and everyone else be better business people. And so organized is very important. And I know there are jobs I've had that, I've came in and I needed something, or I had to ask a question about a certain document, and it would take half an hour, 45 minutes to get an answer because these people aren't very organized. Not only does that not look professional, but I'm wasting time and they're wasting time. If it only took 5 minutes to get my answer, they have another 40 minutes of, fulfilling clients' needs or making a profit. That's kind of the business aspect of staying organized. Now, a personal aspect is, again, with my thoughts, I try to keep them organized. And I also want to hit on a little bit is that habits you have follow you everywhere. And so if you're not organized at work, you're not going to be organized at home, and vice versa. And it goes beyond just being organized. If you like to cut corners, or if you're lazy, then that follows you everywhere. And so the goal to you, and the goal I've set for myself, is that I want to stay organized in every aspect of my life. And of course, it won't be perfect. I'm not perfect, and so I want to try my best to stay organized. And so what I've done the last 2 days for the business is I've organized all the folders that I keep all my documents in for the business. I have a bunch of files for the videos, for the raw footage, for the edited footage, for the articles. I organize that. And so if I need something, let's say if I'm recording a video and something happens, then like here, I know exactly where I saved it. I know exactly what I need, and it's very time efficient, and I can be very effective with my time. And same with work when I'm working with these pallets. I did that this morning because I worked this morning. I tried to be very organized with my pallets, and so next time I come in, or the next person who comes in to work with the pallets, they can see how I organized everything. I have the water here, the Pepsi here, and the Diet Dr. Pepper there. And it's very easy for them to work, and it's very easy for me. And people notice this. I worked at Moxie's, and people notice this. I was a dishwasher there for about 6 days, and I went on to be a line cook. And people noticed when I was that dishwasher for that week, I tried to stay extremely organized. All the forks go here, all the spoons go here. And everyone else really appreciated that. And that's one reason why I was promoted so quickly after 6 days. Most people spend the dishwashers, 3 or 4 months. It's because I was extremely organized. And so it can help you in the business aspect. You can get promoted. People notice that. And I just want to hit on again that those, how you are and how you handle situations, follow you through every aspect of your life. And so I really challenge you, and of course this is always a challenge to myself, to work on that. If you're lazy at one place, you're going to be lazy in every other place. And I've noticed this with being organized, and with other topics as well, as I'll have other videos about, is that it follows you. Not to be a scary thing, but it does follow you, and you don't want to be cutting corners in any aspect, because it'll hurt every other aspect of your life. If you're lazy at work, that's gonna hurt you at home, because either you won't make as much money, you won't have the job you want, or if you're lazy at home, you won't have the support you need. It's never fun to be working or doing other things when your significant one or your family isn't happy with you. And so that's my goal to you, is to pick out those things and really work on them. I'll stop rambling now. I tend to ramble, but I want to thank you for watching. Of course, these videos are mostly for myself, but of course I want to help everyone else. And so these videos are also to hold me reliable, that I can do these. And so as you go out throughout your next week, and as I go throughout my next week, really hit that. And after several days, look back and see how you did and how much you improved, and see how much more you can improve. Thank you again for watching. I'll leave it there. I'll link all my social medias down below if you want to follow me. Go check out my website, and I'll have my newsletter, of course. Again, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.